8 for 11 shooting so far.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to LeBron. Over Brooks. Brooklyn with the rebound. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. And stolen by LeBron. Picked by Finney-Smith. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
And another turnover here by Brooklyn. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Picked by Finney-Smith. Inside. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pass to McBride. And here is Brooks. Hasn't made one yet. 6 on the shot clock. Driving inside. And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
He doesn't get the second one.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Nets leading by 10. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Harrison Barnes picks one up.
And one of these modern wings who doesn't just shoot threes. Brooks is a tough guy to cover.
2 times.
And that one falls for Brooks. Fox, he's checked in for the Nets. Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Bulls. Murray comes in for Castle. And both free throws good for Brooks. Here's LeBron. 9 points in the game so far. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Buries it from about 10 feet away. LeBron's got 11.
And production, one of the things James does best. He's so skilled at finding shots for himself.
And Jordy Fernandez has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred VanVleet. Coming off a terrific season. And he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. And so Fox will bring it up for the Nets. 10-point lead. Pass to Avdia. Wants to get it to Robinson and does. And Robinson throws it down.
Well, Mitchell Robinson will take it to the rim with authority every chance he gets.
VanVleet kicks to Barnes. Brooks against LeBron. LeBron is doubled. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Murray for 3. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Brooks misses. Bulls trail by 12. Barnes with it. Out guarded by Fox. Van Vliet looking around. James finds Murray. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. A rebound by the Nets. Outside, Fox. Outside, Avdia. White. Up and in on the layup. White's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
Van Vliet against Fox. The kick out to Barnes. Back to Van Vliet. Screen by James. Shoots. The Bulls keep it alive. Nobody near Barnes. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Barnes has got 6.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Outside, Avdia. Here's Fox. Second chance effort. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And Brooklyn making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Lean comes in for Adams. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Fred Van Vliet. Now here's Murray. 11 points in the game. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Nets leading by 11. Now here's Antetokounmpo, still without a basket. Powers through inside, Giannis.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Robinson. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Count it, good. White's got 6 points in the quarter.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Now here's Murray. He's got 13. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. They get it again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Nets lead by 17.
And Fox just brimming with confidence right now. I like how he uses that mid-range game, and he knows right now he's got that green light.
Here's LeBron. Outside for Murray. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good. Murray's got 15 points.
And we've seen so much offensive growth from Murray. He's become a guy who can have nights like this.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Bulls. LeBron's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside, Robinson. Pass to Barnes. LeBron left side. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Mitchell Robinson. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Both free throws good from James. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against the Magic.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Bulls trail by 13. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Murray. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
The first one falls.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for LeBron. And so Murray nails both of them.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Lobbed up there for Robinson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
Outside, Levine. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two.
All the officials are all over that one.
For Chicago, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the first one drops. So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Gary Payton comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Kobe White in for Miles McBride. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's Fox with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 17 points was their biggest margin. To the inside, stolen by VanVleet. Down low. Murray, no good. Nets leading by 11. Here's Fox. Sweet little floater. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
And there's an example of Fox. Doesn't have to get all the way to the cup to be effective.
For three, Murray. A rebound by the Nets. And let's get an update on the Steven Adams injury with DA.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Bulls. And unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious. Really not the way you want to start the season. Some bad luck right out of the gate. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. Can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with, no question. DA, thanks. Here's Levine, following the bucket by the Nets. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murray, good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
The shot's good. Fox has got 8.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Van Vliet. A beautiful reverse layup. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now you see the wherewithal of Fred Van Vliet. Finds the soft spot in the defense and converts.
Fox against Van Vliet. Brooks the pass to Payton. And here's Griffin. Pass to White. Fox from outside, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good group too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Brooklyn Nets.
On the boards, they've been ferocious. They've been intimidating. Reminds me of watching Big Fella out there.
They're going to have some bruised elbows tonight. Thank you, Kenny. That was your first compliment in 3 years.
Two.
Let's look now and see how teams stack up across the league. It's our latest power rankings.
When I look at the Nets holding steady at the 2 spot, I wonder how they feel about that placement on our ranking scale.
I'm sure it keeps them up at night. That's the power of the power rankings, about equal to a half a cup of coffee.
Well, if it's going to keep them up, I have a product that should put them to sleep. I got all the products, baby.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing from Kobe White.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Bulls trail by 14. Taking a look at the Bulls. Robinson is out there with Murray. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's LeBron in at the 4-man position. Now here's Adams. Scoreless thus far. Unloads from 13. Murray, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Brooks outside. Murray against Fox. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now here's Murray. Robinson passes to James. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Giannis. Back to Fox. At the elbow, Griffin. The putback Rebound collected by Levine. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. They trail by 16. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now here's Levine. Just 5 on the clock. And Murray, here we go. And the rejection by Giannis.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Giannis on the follow. And the Nets lead by 18.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's LeBron. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. To the paint. Here's Levine. Rebounded by the Nets.
Oof. Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
White, good.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Here's Murray following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Outside, Levine. LeBron is screen on Brooks. They need this. Levine can't hit.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
On the wing, Murray. Guarded by Fox. Murray dishes to James. Fires from way outside. And it's White with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Griffin. And they get it back. Griffin sets the screen for Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Adams. To the middle. And James gets it to go on the assist by Murray. 15 points for LeBron.
Well, it's the skill set and the strength of LeBron James. It'll be interesting to see how his shot profile breaks down when it's all said and done.
LeBron James. His third.
The Nets have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Bulls trail by 21. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Now on the way to the floor. Give it up for Team Hype.
Here at some numbers for White. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 19 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Murray looking around. Levine, a screen on Fox. Murray against Fox. 5 on the clock. Murray left side, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Murray's got 21.
And getting a lane, Murray's so good at just finding the crack in the defense.
Fox with the screen for White. Giannis outside. Gets an open look and hits. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Brooklyn leading by 21. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got his 4th assist in this one.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
That free throw, no good.
Boy, there's just a brute strength and physicality about Steven Adams. This guy knows his role and plays it to perfection.
Chicago making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. And he's good on the second. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Fox with it. Now defended by Adams. And it's good. 2 points. He's got 12.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
This guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Murray against White. Clock at 6. Outside Fox. Shoots over Van Vliet. Fox, no good. And so James will bring it up for Chicago. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to James. Takes a 3. It's good from long range. James has got 5 points now in the quarter.
LeBron worked tirelessly early in his career on improving his range shooting, and boy, it has paid dividends.
Here's Griffin. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Van Vliet against Giannis. Wide open look here for Murray. No good from outside.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Out to Brooks. Back to Antetokounmpo. Giannis is double. Outside, Fox. White, wide open. He fires. They grab their own miss. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, boy, the length of Giannis to get to the miss, and then the offensive ability to do damage afterward.
Now here's James. He's got 18. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Here we go. Brooklyn Zone. Team fight. Get loud, fans. On the court, your hit squad. Here it goes, man. It's time for DJ.
Diaz checked in for Brooks. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Van Vliet passes to Adams. Murray with it. Brooklyn with the rebound. Griffin's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. It's White on the wing. Guarded by Levine. Pass to Avdia. Doubled by Murray. Avdia kicks to Antetokounmpo. Just 4 to shoot. Off target with his 3. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Fox against Van Vliet. To the paint. And James throws it down.
High IQ of Fred Van Vliet is why he is so good in pick and roll action.
Giannis outside. Outside, Avdia. And here's Giannis from outside. Second chance shot.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. So it's Chicago now, following the bucket by the Nets. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Levine. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Levine's got 6.
Yeah, Levine not a guy you want to concede that mid-range game to. So skilled in that area.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Shoots over James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. No good on the free throw.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Griffin. And Miles McBride subbed in for Fox. Chicago also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Adams. Barnes comes in for LeBron. And Castle is subbed in for Murray. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Avdia after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Antetokounmpo against Barnes. Robinson a screen on Barnes. And the dunk by Robinson.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
Bulls trail by 21.
Third quarter.
Van Vliet outside. Here's Levine. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to McBride. Avdia against Levine. Giannis sets a screen for Avdia. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9. Van Vliet outside. Finney-Smith passes to Barnes. Here's Van Vliet. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Nets leading by 21. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Giannis. Rebounded by Castle. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Van Vliet. Count that bucket. Van Vliet's got 6.
Come on, this guy is one tough hombre. Fred Van Vliet is somebody you want on your side.
And that one's good out of the Kumbo. And the Nets lead by 21.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Barnes kicks to Levine. Barnes screen on Avdia. For 3, Van Vliet. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson.
Chicago ball.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
.20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Just hustle defense right there from Denny Avdia. Willing to contest shots is such an important thing.
Giannis against Van Vliet. Here's McBride. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists tonight. 1 second left. No good that time. And so it's Brooklyn, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. De'Aaron Fox out there with Miles McBride. Then it's Avdia. Then it's Brooks. And it's Robinson in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Fox shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Well, when you talk about the NBA going global, the last 6 MVPs, Doris, as you know, all international players.
Kevin, what I love about this is the NBA wants the best players, regardless of where they come from. There's a time where American players just dominated that award for years and years. Fact of the matter is, it's good for the game to get the baddest, best players in the world, and we've done that.
With so many great point guards in this league, sometimes a guy like De'Aaron Fox can be overlooked, but when he's on, no one can stay in front of that man.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Finney-Smith. LeBron with a screen on Robinson. Puts it up from 12. Brooks grabs the board. The net shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Outside, Fox. Here's McBride. Out to Brooks. Pass to Avdia. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Dorian Finney-Smith using that athleticism, the size, the length, the rim touch to go through contact. Nicely done.
Now, here's Fox. Avdia can't hit.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
2 points. That one goes.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Fox passes to McBride. Back to Fox. Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim, there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games.
Free throw good, Fox.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Brooks against LeBron. The rebound by the Nets. Fox has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to McBride. Back to Fox. Shoots over Van Vliet. Fox, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Van Vliet against Fox. Van Vliet kicks to Barnes. 3-pointer, and LeBron with the basket, the assist by Barnes. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, the rhythm and timing for LeBron James. No hesitation off the catch. You love to see it.
McBride finds Robinson. And here is Fox, covered by Van Vliet. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
Murray's checked in for the Bulls. Brooks against LeBron. With the teardrop. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we need to be.
Griffin's checked in for the Nets. And he sinks the second. Brooklyn leading by 21. Fox dishes to Griffin. Pass to Avdia. Back to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Avdia. Hands it from downtown.
Well, just ready to shoot as soon as the ball touches his hands. That is Denny Avdia. This guy has an instinct to score it.
Murray, the pass to Finney-Smith. James, a screen on Griffin. Inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
On the free throw, no good. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
Here's Murray following the bucket by the Nets. Here's the floater, and it's good on the layup. Murray's got 23 points.
This is a shot Murray has down. He is such a graceful touch there on the floater.
Fox against Van Vliet. Fox deciding where to go with it. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Well, the basketball IQ of LeBron James is off the charts. So adept at finding ways to get to the line.
And the first one at the line is good. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Giannis, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Kobe White comes in for Fox. And so White will bring it up for Brooklyn. Pass to Griffin. Now Avdia. Avdia with a screen for Brooks. Offensive rebound. Here's Griffin. And he banks in the layup. Griffin's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
LeBron with a screen on Avdia. James looking it over. Shot clock at 6. Over onto Kumbo. LeBron shot is off.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now here's Brooks. Avdia, the pass to Griffin. Here's onto Kumbo. And James pulls it down. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Well, you can count on Murray to push the action and make something happen.
Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously, it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
Free throw good, Murray.
And you know, one look at Murray's game, and you can tell he's been well coached over the course of his career. His awareness, his work ethic, this guy is just always bringing it.
Fox, he's checked in for Brooks. The Bulls also changing it up. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Bean comes in for Harrison Barnes. Robinson is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Nets leading by 20. Here's Fox. Outside White. Back to Fox. Yes, that goes in. Fox has got 19 points.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Pass to Adams. Robinson for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo finds Fox. And Adams sends it back.
This is one of the toughest bigs in the league. Steven Adams challenging opponents defensively. Nicely done.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Robinson's gone 2 of 3 shooting from deep here. Antetokounmpo passes to Fox. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo stolen by Levine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, I like that mentality by Levine, taking it inside, mixing it up a little bit.
Zach Levine, shooting 2.
That one is off.
Zach Levine, one of the most entertaining players in the league. Boy, when he's cooking offensively, look out.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Brooks checked in. Good on the second free throw. Nets leading by 15. And he jams it with authority.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Outside, Levine. LeBron outside. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. The Nets have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. A terrific shot on a turnaround. Giannis has got 12 points in just the second half. Bulls trail by 19. LeBron outside. Pass to Levine. Adams with the screen on Brooks. Levine wide open. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. The kick out to LeBron. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Brooks the pass to Giannis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on LeBron James.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Murray kicks to Adams. Pass to James. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night. You leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
That free throw good from Griffin. Griffin hits them both. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Outside, Levine. And again, no good by Chicago.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
On the wing, Brooks. Pass to White. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. White's got 29.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Now here's Murray. They need this one. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Some changes for Brooklyn. Obvious checked in for Brooks. Miles McBride comes in for White. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Fox. The Nets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Pass to McBride. Griffin down low. Adams defending. There's the lob at Kumbo. Stolen by Levine. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Adams sets the pick for LeBron. Down low. Griffin against Adams. Murray, no good. And here are the Nets. 9 points in a row. Good run for them right now.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Kobe White.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Now here's James, following the miss by Giannis. Murray, no good. Henderson with it. Robinson picks him up. Henderson against Robinson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound collected by Levine. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Chicago Bulls. James against Antetokounmpo. Now here's James. Not a lot of room. Clock is at 3. And the rejection by Giannis. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. together, just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Giannis, a dominant performance. What is the level that this team is playing at?
It's amazing, man. I think the whole group, the whole team played hard. The whole team was ready. Everybody stepped up. And, you know, this is what makes the average team from a great team or a good team.
I know you guys are looking for great and not good. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kobe White.